and I'll ask it, and we will show you. Wait until you see this tomorrow. By the way, if you want to get all of the information and more on the FEMA
guarantee,
camps,
Jones, that's to demonize
the
the fake Muslim enemy. I guarantee that's someplace out in Iran. Mark my words, that's going to be in the Eurasian region, whether it's Iran or Saudi Arabia. It's probably going to be, maybe even in Pakistan. It's probably going to be one of the axes of evil enemies.
Yeah, that's what they always do, is they always, I've seen this, that's what I'm talking about. He'll go, I'm going to cover the New World Order, their secret plan for world government. By the way, Russia's running it with the Iranians.
It might actually be North Korea, because that's now hip
probably
to,
North Korea.
Yeah, that's really hip to go after now.
But he won't tell you that ABB gave the reactors to North Korea with Donald Rumsfeld as the head of it. So they're ignoring all of that. You know, we've done an hour, 15 minutes on this, and I want to just go ahead and get into the other subject. But notice how he plants the hook to get you back with his new co-host, Popular Mechanics Disinformation Officer. Mm-hmm. And so, but, you know, he's going to show you a real FEMA camp, but it's those evil foreigners. Exactly, folks. We've learned what the foreigners do. We don't want to see that repeated here. And this is how, in foreign countries, they brought the tyranny in incrementally with the exact type of crap that you are seeing right now. Okay, on the subject of the Pittsburgh shooter was fan of online conspiracy theories, the Raw story has retracted and apologized, claiming that he followed my views and equating us with Stormfront. That's good that Raw Story did that, because I know Raw Story knows who we are. Years ago, they've run some of our news. Mm-hmm. Very large liberal website. Okay, the guy at the Post-Gazette who I talked to Sunday morning after the piece was published, I called him, and I said, why are you equating me with this guy? How do you know that he was a fan of mine? And he said, I don't think he particularly liked you. He just visited your site. Well, now we've learned the police ran this guy's handles, gave it to the local media, and that they found out he'd been posting on InfoWars. And this writer at the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, he knew the guy was on Infowars.com attacking me. Mm-hmm. And so if you've got a book on your bookshelf and you commit a murder, I guess they're going to go through and they find Mark Twain on your wall. They're going to blame him. Then you've got the ADL. They were, at least in a sickening way, nice enough. Let me see it.
This is just the most just read it for people.
Well, first they say websites like the neo-Nazi Stormfront forums and the anti-government conspiracy InfoWars site fueled his racist, anti-Semitic, and conspiratorial mindset. So the implication here is there, we got the cops killed. Then you look later in the ADL story, and it says one of Popolowski's favorite places for such conspiracy theories was the website of right-wing conspiracy radio talk show host. I was just left-wing a few years ago bashing Bush. Alex Jones. Popolowski visited the site InfoWars frequently, sharing links to it with others and sometimes even posted to it. One of his frustrations with the site, though, was it didn't focus enough on the nefarious roles played by Jews in these conspiracies. So they go ahead and imply that we're attacking Jews there.
Yeah.
No, we attack the crimes of Israel.
Yeah.
Just like we attack the crimes of anybody else. We're not attacking Hindus, Muslims, Jews, Christians. We're a news show.
Yeah.
Trying to tell folks what the banks are doing.
We're not racist. We don't attack racists.
And it goes on, for being such huge players in the endgame, he observed in a March 29, 2009 posting to InfoWars, too many InfoWarriors are surprisingly unfamiliar with the Zionist. Yeah, actually, we found his post. The guy attacked me in there.
Yeah,
saying the favorite popular stuff of Alex Jones lives in Tel Aviv or some such bull.
Yeah, we're all Mossad. Yeah.
Give me a break. I mean, I would be scared to death to actually go to Israel because I know Israel is very corrupt and hates my guts. But I'm against what Israel's doing because they run white slavery rings, run methamphetamine, child kidnapping rings, admittedly, is involved in all this evil. But does that mean because their government's evil that all the Jews are evil? No. So I get attacked by the ADL because I criticize Israel. But then the shameful white supremacist and Jew haters, I mean, I've not found, just as a group, a more just vicious, hateful, lying. They make crap up.
They're really unhappy people, Alex. I mean, if they're the epitome, I've never met a happy Nazi, ever. They're always angry about something. Every racist out there always has a chip on their shoulder.
But it's okay to be angry. Yeah. The issue is they're delusional. I mean, I know a lot of people they attack, and myself included, it's all made-up crap.
Yeah. Well, it's not anger with a purpose. It's an anger because they're different.
Well, I mean, the issue is when you say one group is the source of all evil, and you get rid of them, you're fine. That's bull, man. Evil is in all of us.
Yeah.
And it's an inside job. We have to fix it inside ourselves, and we're not going to bring the world together and defeat tyranny in the New World Order. The evil, corrupt globalists are unified.
Yeah.
And they've got us all balkanized, fighting with each other. So all of this went on, but the good issue is there's a story that is up on InfoWars.com right now. I had it here in my stack. It says Pulaski smear debunked, cop killer held opposing views to InfoWars.com. We'd appreciate it. Everybody got this out to everybody, because some people are like online going, this guy was a young hero as they came to take his guns. The first shot in the new American Revolution has been fired. This is a guy whose dog was peeing on the rug. He's 22. He's lost his job. He's out of the Marines. His mother tells him to get rid of the dog. This is now confirmed. His mother's on record. Yeah. She tells him to get out of the house. He says no, and she's stupid enough. She should have just waited, cooled down. You should never escalate. Calls the cops. The cops come. He throws a fit as they walk in and double caps them. Yeah. Kills two, then more come in. He kills them. That's the Second American Revolution isn't beginning with somebody shooting cops down dead in cold blood at mommy's house. Yeah. The Second American Revolution is going to start when they try another Waco, or when they try to gun confiscate, or when they kill a bunch of old men or whatever, like they do in Illinois, who won't turn their guns in. That's how the Second American Revolution is going to start, and we hope it doesn't start that way. We hope it's peaceful. And that's the moral to this whole story. Police and military, they want to demonize the Patriot movement. They want to have you go after our guns. When you do it, if 1% of gun owners fight you, that's 1 million combatants. You will be wiped out, and a lot of citizens will be wiped out. Let's arrest the bankers that have been engineering this New World Order takeover. Let's bring them to justice that have stolen $12.8 trillion instead of infighting with each other and playing this divide and conquer game. Let's come together against criminals in government. Let's take our nation back with a peaceful Second American Revolution and bypass all the bloodshed. That is my greatest hope, and that's why it was asinine to say I was tied to this, and now it's been debunked.
Never remorse for you, no letters endorsing you. Pole position in the coffin is what is costing you. The caucus
look, Bermas is going to have open phones on the Glenn Beck piece. I want to hear some apologies, because I got a lot of calls and emails going, come on, give him a chance.
He's number one.
Totally discredited, folks. He did exactly what I said. I said he was going to come out and debunk them, and I said he was going to use the trains. Because, I know how this piece of filth, and they're lazy, too. The government's real lazy. They just went and found one thing. There's actually more than one thing. A lot of it's bull.
Yeah.
And because, I noticed no one wants to actually read a civilian inmate labor camp program.
It's too
nightmarish. They just want to
see
see a picture of a truck and claim there's guillotines in it. Again, they're rolling the camps out to sound good. Like Beck said, well, there actually are camps for your safety. So all of that's being done. On the subject of the ADL and others, we have a lot of enemies in the Patriot movement who are also just jealous of our success. I don't know why. I'm up here late at night busting my ass to save this country. So you guys, shouldn't attribute godlike powers to me and, try all this stuff. But you have to understand, when I'm attacked, it only makes me bigger. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. I think it's in Isaiah or one of those books. But the point is, but it does hurt the overall movement for liberty and freedom. And that's why it hurts me. Actually, all these attacks just elevate me. All these lies just elevate me because there's no substance. It's like when they got caught, Michelle Malkin and others, with their operatives screaming, kill Michelle Malkin. That blew up in their face big time, and now everybody knows. It's now been a retraction by one publication. Others are talking about it. It's now come out that this guy was actually attacking me and that, we're calling for nonviolence here. And I told police that as people get paranoid thinking that you want their guns, whether real or not, and clearly Obama does want to ban guns. That's, his attorney general on record, that if the cops try to go after guns, this is the one subject. People are just ready to die, folks. They are not giving up their guns. Understand that. And so the establishment wants to march you into something you're going to lose. Join the American people. Let's fight the New World Order together under the Constitution, under the rule of law, under the Bill of Rights. So that said, and, that's really where I want to end it tonight. I've got a meeting I've got to have on the next film out there. So I'm going to be working, listening to the callers as they call in, and as Bermas does a great job in the final hour here. But it is despicable to have the newspaper knowing that he'd posted on my site attacking me, and that's why the guy giggled on the phone and said, well, he didn't really like you, but he is.
And then they associate you with Glenn Beck, in that Daily Kos article.
Well, that's done to elevate him.
Yeah.
Okay, but notice the main attack is, Glenn Beck, he's weird, but Alex is the really bad one. We've got to get him. And so this is an attack on free speech, and this is an attack on the Second Amendment, because this is the crew that wants to restrict free speech in the internet and talk radio. So there you have it. I mean, this is a Stormfront person attacking me. And it's too bad that this guy did this. Another unstable person. People could say, well, it looks like it was set up. This is in perfect time for the MIAC report. I don't know. Probably not set up. My gut tells me that, it's these home disputes, these domestic disturbances, police will tell you, that are so dangerous. And he just threw a fit. The cop showed up and he killed him. And the media is so scared of what I'm doing and is so freaked out by what we're doing here on air